Welcome to the final nation in our Making a Case series, and some may suggest I've left the best till last. Others may think that's just you being a little biased. But in this series, it is not me per se who's doing the talking, but a local. So far, we've had Jean-Baptiste from France, we had Jonty, sort of sounded the same there, didn't I, from South Africa. We had Frankie from Tipperary, and excuse me as I scratch my eye, we're going to have in this final one, going to have Frank from Timaru. So Frank from Timaru is going to be with us and is going to be talking why performing yours truly, why the All Blacks, why New Zealand will win the Rugby World Cup 2023. So that's going to be it. It's a bit warmer here. It's starting to warm up in middle New Zealand, so no scarf. I mean, scarf's sort of, it's part fashion, part function. It's been warm. So, but enough from iamjonnyking. It's time to introduce Frank. The All Blacks. The All Blacks will win Rugby World Cup 2023 because it's the All Blacks' time. That may sound like a stupid reason to you, but we all know that it's just a matter of time before the All Blacks sort it out. It took us longer until 2011, but once we found it in 2011, we had it in 15. 2019, things went sideways, and we've learned our lesson. The years from 2019 have been difficult, but they've again done the job that we need. See, everyone knows the All Blacks are the greatest team in the history of rugby. I mean, yeah, you may not like to hear that if you're in the Republic or somewhere else, but look at our record. Yeah, pick a period. You may think, well, this period we've been stronger, or this period, but let's look at the whole of rugby. We're the number one team. Who's got a better winning record than the All Blacks? We have the best winning record against every other nation. In fact, no other nation has a winning record against us, even the Springboks, who want to talk about various things. We've dominated them in terms of win-loss. And if you're going to provide the most comprehensive analysis of the best team, then it's got to be more than just one little moment here and there. And so the All Blacks stand the test of time. That's why we're in everybody's head. That's why deep down they know when they talk about the All Blacks, we're different. Yes, it shows when other teams, other nations beat us at the Rugby World Cup before the final, invariably they're out next week because the All Blacks are their final. To beat the All Blacks, you've got to go to a place that you shouldn't only go to or shouldn't only enter when it's right near the end, in the final. And so the All Blacks become the final for every other nation. So France, yeah, you've done your thing, you've embarrassed us, but then you haven't finished the job. The Wallabies, they've beaten us, but then, well, they did in one tournament, didn't they? Very early on, 91. But we saw what happened in 03. We've seen what happened in 07 and 99 with the French. Of course, the final, the Springboks, but they were home ground advantage. You got to factor that into the equation. So the All Blacks are the number one team throughout the history of the world of rugby. And that counts for something. It counts as much for us. You may think we're arrogant. You may think, well, they just think they're so much better. But you actually believe that because it shows through in your psyche and the way you respond to us, the way you schadenfreude away when we get beaten and you go, yada, 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 yada. The All Blacks have been beaten. Oh, I like rubbing it in. And that just proves that we're actually better than you, the way you respond and the way you must deal with it. And let's just look even recently. Yes, it's been a tough time under Foster. No one can get away from that. But yet we've risen and we're rising. We're on the team on the rise. And you say, wow, look what happened at Twickenham. Well, look what happened in Bombala, at Nelspruit. What happened next week? What happened in the next game at Johannesburg? We came back. We were ready. We had been prepared. Twickenham will prepare us for St. Denis. Twickenham has prepared us for the Rugby World Cup. It's shown us things, a team that's on the rise. The All Blacks are on the rise. That's why everyone said, as the World Cup was beginning to come into view, and before Twickenham, are the All Blacks the favourites now? Because we were the team of 2023. And so one result's going to overturn that. One result, we have 2 yellow cards and 1 red card. Oh, I haven't heard that too much from people. If that was the other way around, then it's like a foregone conclusion. And that match, that contest is much closer than the scoreboard will tell you. In fact, very easily, it's 10-7 to the All Blacks at half-time. Very easily, of course. It hasn't. Yes, Springboks won. The scoreboard doesn't lie and all that. But if you actually want to do some rugby analysis, Geordie Barrett intercept, well, yeah, unforced error. That happens, and it does happen against the Box, so it could happen again. But you throw Mark Talia's try in there and Richie Mo'unga missing it right out in front. Is that going to happen again? You move those small pieces around, and the All Blacks go at half-time 10-7 up with all that's happened. In other words, I'm not trying to rewrite the result. All I'm saying is that's how close the All Blacks were in Twickenham. And if that's a halftime score, the mindset's different. Then what happened after halftime doesn't transpire, and then it's all on. The point is the All Blacks aren't that far away. The point is the All Blacks haven't been written off because of that one result. If you think that, then all you're doing is preparing yourself for a rude awakening. See, this is the only World Cup where the All Blacks haven't been the clear favourites. Or, yeah, even that's probably even fair to say that. And what has happened at most World Cups? The All Blacks haven't been able to finish the job, so why couldn't it be the reverse of that? Why couldn't it be that they're not clear favourites and therefore something can transpire because of that? It's been the unexpected with the All Blacks. So even if you want to say, well, they're down here, they're down there, then be prepared to be shocked. And I haven't even talked about our team yet. Our team, now we've got clarity. Now we've got a clear idea of who we want in the 15, or in the 15. We may not go to the 23. Of course, there's still challenges there. You know, if we win this World Cup, I don't think it's even our best team that we've put out there, because I think there's guys who could be picked, who haven't been picked, or have been picked, who maybe wouldn't be picked by another regime. But that just shows the depth of All Blacks rugby. I think our forwards can handle it. We've got a tight 5 now, especially front row, which was a little bit difficult in the previous World Cup, if I'm being honest. But now they're ready, and we've got some depth there, and our back line is the Rolls Royce. Our back line, if our forwards get parity, our back line can do its job. And if we play smart, and we've got a good game plan, and we've shown that in 2023, we look to bust and bash and then burn. Bash, then burn. Bust, then burn. Bash, then burn. That's our game plan. Bust through the middle, burn you out wide. If the All Blacks are able to do that, there's not a team in the world of rugby that will stop them. And you're going to bet against them if they're ready? And they are ready. All Twickenham has done is made them fully aware of how far they need to go and what they need to do to put themselves on the line. See, if that's up here, if that's going to be what separates the All Blacks, then they're going to be ready. And they've shown that they're willing to back their coach. They're willing to go to the wall for their coach. They're willing to go to the wall for what they believe in. This is a team that has been in the dumps. And you know what? Any person that does anything significant has battled through trials, or battled through tribulations, battled through hard times, and come out better because of it. And this All Blacks team will come out better because of it. That's what they're saying in Timaru. It's a South Island. Canterbury. South Canterbury. Still Canterbury. The All Blacks have you where they want them. Even if that didn't make much sense. The All Blacks will win the Rugby World Cup. Frank from Timaru. You can trust a man from the south. Good on you, mate.